And so here in more detail is the current proposed itinerary. Now I say proposed because these are the things that we will be including in the trip or in the tour at a minimum, okay? Obviously, with the dynamic nature of tourism, with the nature of there being so many sites that we're trying to go see, these things may change and may be a little bit flexible here, but this at a minimum is what we are going to be including and what I'm offering on the tour. It's going to be 2 fully guided trips to Mount Kurama, both of them focusing on your time and your experience at Usugi Gongen and at Mount Kurama, right? So I'm going to be leading the group through the mountain, through the temples, the historic, kind of roots of Usui Reiki Ryoho. We're going to be doing reiju and talks on the mountain as well. And these experiences will be accompanied with Hyakuten Inamoto. And so you can imagine that as we're moving through the mountain and going to the various temples, we'll both be there as anchor points. We'll both be there leading talks, giving historical perspectives on the mountain, and really diving into the experience for you. But also, of course, you're free to explore and wander on your own as well. To give an idea of what that looks like, the total area of like the concentration of temples, it's probably about maybe a mile to a mile and a half, something like that. So it's not like the group is going to be so widely spread that you wouldn't be able to find us if you had questions. We'll be moving with the group as well. Okay. So of course, on top of that, again, is what I was saying is the Komyo Reikido group practices and shares with the Shihans and with Inamoto Sensei at the Kyoto branch of Komyo Reikido. My 3-hour course on the incorporation and mindfulness, or the incorporation of a still mind, or the mindless practice of Usui Reiki Ryoho, and also the 3-hour course on the background and the connection to Usui Sensei, led by Inamoto Sensei. The day trip to Mount Hiei, where we'll be diving into the historical significance of the birthplace of Pure Land Buddhism. That's going to be led by me. Then there's going to be, of course, time in and around Kyoto. And again, if you've never been to Kyoto, that in and of itself is a trip of a lifetime. It is one of the most amazing cities I've ever been to. It's pretty much one big UNESCO World Heritage Site, to put it simply. It's completely insane. Now, it used to be it was the old capital of Japan under the Meiji Emperor. And so that in and of itself, exploring and understanding that from our perspectives, and more importantly, from Inamoto Sensei's perspective, the significance of the Meiji Emperor and how it builds into our Reiki practice, right? So for instance, in the handbook of Usui Reiki Ryoho and the handbook from the Gakkai, we have a list of selected poems from the Meiji Emperor that Usui Sensei was suggesting that we meditate on daily to deepen our practice, right? So it's incredibly important to understand all of that significance there as well, right? So what I mean by Kyoto is, I mean the town itself, the historical village of it, all of the temples. I mean all of them. It's probably 50, 60 different temples, insanely beautiful. The bamboo forest, right? There's so many things to see here. And then on top of all that, you have all of the amazing food, all of it. It's just completely out of this world. The sushi, right? The udon, the noodles, all of the attention to detail. And one thing that I think is so beautiful about Japanese culture is that everything is a walking or a practiced meditation, right? So it's not that we're just there practicing Reiki Ryoho. It's when you go get sushi, you'll see people practicing a meditation as they make your food. Nothing is hurried, right? Everything is focused and everything is deliberate. And it's stunningly beautiful to watch. It's giving me chills just to say it, because we start to recognize the precepts in action. Just for today, I will do my work honestly, right? But what does that mean if you are a flower arranger or a cleaner or a sushi chef, right? Or a cocktail, or like a bartender. Like bartending in Japan is insane. Making sushi in Japan is completely insane. That's what they do. They're making your maki roll. That's it. It's a meditation. And we can all be, I think, moved by that attention to detail, right?